Alright, so we're working on the LS swapped S197 Mustang again here. Right now, the engine and transmission are fully mounted in the car, so that's all good to go. So the next step is we're going to be changing out the V6 rear end for an 8.8 V8 GT rear end. And to do that, we're going to be cleaning it up. The one I got from the junkyard is a little bit rusty. Here it is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy right here. This is a needle descaler. You can get these at Harbor Freight. And we're just going to clean all the surface rust off of here. Get it all nice and clean. Pull the calipers off, all these cut off brackets, everything else, because I'm going to be reusing all the V6, all the brackets that are on the car because they're the same. And then it's going to get coated with a nice coat of primer and then a nice coat of just black paint. And then it should be ready to put in the car after that. When it's in the car, we are going to have to modify this upper bracket on the car. We're going to have to extend it to change the drive shaft angle to match the current drive shaft angle coming out of the CD009 transmission, but we'll work on that when we get it up there. So first step here, get this clean, get it primed, get it painted, then we can work on getting it back up in the car. Alright, so I got all the old stuff taken off. All the stuff that was cut off and taken off the junkyard. All that. Shocks, calipers, rotors, all that's off. Started cleaning up this area right here with the needle descaler. So that's what it looks like after it's done. That's basically just bare metal. No rust scale, no nothing. So that'll get wiped down, painted with primer. I got grease all over it. Gotta clean that off. But the whole thing's gonna look like that by the time it's done. And then it'll get primer, then it'll get paint. Alright, so the rear end is cleaned up as much as I'm going to clean it up. So next step is get a nice coat of primer on here, and then we'll spray it with black. Alright, so the whole rear end is primed. I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and then it'll be ready for final coat of black paint. Alright, so we got the Mustang up here in the lift. We got it up on jacks, took the tires out. So now we're going to drop this rear diff, take out these lower arms, upper arm, shocks, and these two bars gotta come out. We'll lower it down, bring the forklift in, pick it up, bring it out, and then we'll bring the new one in, and we're gonna have to cut this guy, extend him, and set the angle of this on the new rear differential to match the angle of the transmission. Alright, so I decided to use the transmission jack. Everything's unhooked. on the transmission jack. It's just kind of sitting here, so we're gonna get it turned 90 degrees, drop it down out of here, and then we'll bring the new one up, get it mocked up. All open up here. Right, old rear diffs on the forklift, just brought it over from the lift. New rear diffs in the shed here, so we gotta get this one put somewhere. We gotta get in there, get that one out, try to not scratch all the paint off of it, getting it out there. So let's get going on that. Alright, rear diffs mounted. We're going to stop here for today because it's starting to get dark out. But it's just stuck up here. Shocks are in just to keep it from falling. Next time we're going to work on extending this bracket. Alright, so it is the next day. It is dark again. But I did manage to get the rear end fully installed into the car. So we're sitting back on the ground. Brakes are on. Rear end's mounted. Springs are in. Shocks are in. Everything's in. I ended up not modifying the upper link there because when I got this rear end in, I think the angle of this rear end was different than the old one. I'm not sure. But when I checked the angles on the output of the transmission here, you want to have these angles, the angle of the transmission and the angle of the rear end, you want them to be the same so that your U-joints do not bind or it'll create a vibration if the angles are too far off. So you want it ideally less than 1 degree difference between the two. So the way this rear end sits right now, it is pointed 1 degree up in that direction. So 1 degree up, and the transmission is currently pointed 2 degrees down. Now it was off more than that, but what I ended up doing is I ended up adding a shim in here. So that brings the transmission up. So instead of being 2.5 degrees or whatever it was before, it's 2 degrees down. The rear end is 1 degree up, so the difference between those is 1 degree. And the way that it's set up, when this rear end gets under load, these rubber bushings, these giant rubber bushings on all of here, they're going to give a little bit. This pinion is going to try to pivot up, which will bring it closer to 2 degrees. So it'll try to get closer to the angle of that. So under load, the angle between the two, the difference in the angle between the two should get smaller. You don't want to have it the other way where the angle gets bigger under load, or else, like I said, you'll get vibration, you'll get all kinds of bad stuff happening that you don't want. So, next step, get a drive shaft measured and start getting that made. I have the yoke and everything here, came with the transmission. I gotta get the one that goes right here. The V6 one is not the same as the V8 one. So we'll get that measured. Try to get an order in for a drive shaft so we can get this thing done before the end of the year, moving under its own power. But we'll see how it goes.